Ed Brown, $2,500. ATI, 400. Quick, who could tell the $2,100 difference? I could, a little bit. Yeah, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Well, this is a $400 gun, this ATI. And that's what we're mainly bringing to you today. We're not going to do an Ed Brown review. We're not even going to compare. Ooh, wow, what would Ed think of that? We're going to take a look at American tactical firearm here from the Philippines. I've been getting a lot of requests to look at these guns, review them and shoot them and give you my impressions of these guns coming out of the Philippines. Gun shops are full of them and have been, really. I guess I've kind of ignored them. I just really have, more or less. So as requests have been coming in lately, I've been noticing them more and more in the shops, you know, shelves full of them, different types, whether it's the Arms Corps, the Rock Island Armory, the ATIs. They're made, all of them are made down in the Philippines. I don't guess there's a whole lot of difference amongst them. The one huge common denominator is that they are priced really reasonably, really reasonably. I did actually buy this gun for $400 even, you know, not counting tax and transfer and everything, but $400. It was listed about $410, $408 or something like that. And the guy gave it to me for $400 even, the best he could do, which I figured it was. I wasn't going to spend 3 hours trying to negotiate him down to $300 or anything, because it has the beaver tail, you know, flat mainspring housing. Appears to me to be kind of a mid-range trigger. It's not necessarily really short and it's not the long trigger, but feels pretty good in that regard. So let's lay it down here. It is quite an interesting piece of hardware for that kind of money. As you know, if you have priced 1911s, you know, they just by nature, they inherently command a pretty high price. I mean, even basic models, you just can't find one for $200-300, you know. Now, who'd want one for $200? So this is one of the Philippine guns. This is made by the let's see, the actual company is called the Shooter's Arms Manufacturing, I believe, in the Philippines. And you see these quite frequently, the ATI models, you know, in gun shops. I visited several around Nashville and saw quite a few. Original intent was to pick up a GI model of this, you know, basic plain Jane gun, and just see how it worked, how it holds up and everything. The more I looked at them, the more I got to thinking, you know, really you don't see as many of just the plain GI replica models of these guns as you do guns like this. This is a commander size gun like the Ed Brown, but a lot of them, the vast, I would say majority, have some additions, you know, like this beaver tail, you know, or the commander size, or the kinds of things people are looking for. Most people that are looking for 1911 probably, I guess you could say, are not necessarily looking for the GI, you know, go to war model, World War II, World War I. They want a beaver tail like that, and high ride beaver tail, that sort of thing. Maybe the commander size gun. Maybe they were looking for something to carry for defense. They want something that feels a little bit better, you know. So these guns are offering some of those features, again, for rock bottom prices. Now, I'm not promoting the Philippine guns at all. I'm just doing this basically because I've had a lot of requests. And we've been talking about this, John and I, about just picking one of these things up, running it through the paces. And that's kind of what we're doing. So that's what this is, kind of a commander copy, I guess you would say. And not a bad looking gun. You know, it's made like a 1911. I have not uncovered any strange components of it or anything. You know, when you got a gun at that kind of money, you can't help but be a little suspect. But it seems okay. I'll take a chance here and taking the thing apart right on camera. But you know, it seems like fairly good quality in every regard that I can notice. You know, the barrel very smooth. I don't notice anything about it, just from what limited knowledge I have. These things that, you know, you just wouldn't know that it didn't come out of you know, one of the main company's factories here in the United States. I don't know. Again, it's got the Series 70 slide, so that's kind of nice. And you know, the fit and finish seems to be pretty good. So now I got my hands all greasy and dirty. I'm ready to play, right? So let's put him back together and take some shots with it. We'll see how it does. Now, let me go ahead and give you a few of the negatives too. The trigger is pretty crisp, but it's really stiff. And the little shooting I've done with it, I've had some trouble shooting it well. We'll say that. It shoots low, which is unusual. Seems like most guns, if they have an elevation issue, it's shooting high, which is easier to deal with. This gun does shoot low. I shot enough to determine that, and I even took a little bit off the front sight. I got my handy gunsmithing file limbered up and did that. I'm going to get that lined up here. And then I painted it. So you'll notice some white paint on the front sight. And we'll see how that does. But I shot it some here before the video since doing that. And it's not enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take enough off to get it to shoot the way I want it to with a semi 6 o'clock hold or not. I think I'm going to have to take that front sight down so far that I'm not going to like it. There's not going to be much front sight left. I took a little bit down, just did kind of a redneck job on it with a file, and then I painted the front of white so I could see it. And it's a little better, but yeah, the gun fit's not bad on this gun. It's fairly smooth. So let's take a few shots with it and play here. I especially have had trouble shooting long range with it, what little I've done. We're just going to shoot, again, a variety of stuff here, some hand loads. Again, this is my gun, so whatever I want to shoot in it, it doesn't really matter. All right. Notice I'm hitting low if I don't really watch it. Now if I hold right on the top cap of those 2 liters, I might hit them. Yeehaw! Okay, so let's take a couple more here. Ammo over here. I'm going to shoot mostly close range with it. All right. Go back to the holster. This is a Commander, so it's more or less a carry gun. Still pretty good. I'm going to try the plates, but it's going to be difficult because I'm going to have to hold way up high on those things. Oh well. I was actually shooting at that paint can then, but I did not damage him at all, did I? I will this time. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's try the gong. slow. Imagine that. I think I have one more magazine, yeah. Some more rounds here. I'm going to try the ram. I'll probably miss him, but I'll try him. There we go. Yeah, went way low on that. So at least I know what the problem is. It's a gun I could work with, I guess. Trigger is a little bit difficult, and again, it shoots low. I don't like the looks of that front sight. But let me load a couple more up here. But you know, criticisms aside, what one of these guns is for, you know, it would serve that purpose quite well, of course, you know, as far as long range, that sort of thing. But let me shoot just a couple more rounds here. And let's make sure that we end on some hits. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Could be a lot worse. A little stiff. We're going to shoot this gun a great deal. Like I say, we want to give you guys a really good look at what it will do. I'll have to deal with that sight, you know, and that trigger, I guess. I don't think I'm going to get it customized or go have a gunsmith put a new front sight on for me, you know, or a different rear sight. That might be the way to go on that, just so it's easier to shoot well. Mainly, that's something that we all know we can do. We can put a set of sights on a gun to make it shoot kind of where we want, and we can have trigger jobs done on it too. Mainly, I want to try to ascertain what kind of gun we have here for $400 in terms of parts, steel, how well it'll hold up. So we are going to run it through its paces and probably shoot more ammo than we should, right, through this thing. Give you an idea for that, because I know a lot of people will see a gun like that for $400 and, well, how long is that going to last, you know, for 2 boxes, or what's the deal? And this is really coming at a good time, because I've been getting contacts. I talked about this in my radio show recently. People have contacted me about all sorts of things, but one of them was one of the ammo companies, distributors, contacted me about giving a little pub, or, you know, PR, and furnishing some ammo. And I kind of upped the ante with them. And I said, you know what, we've got a gun, we're going to be doing some testing. We could sure use 1,000 rounds of 45 ACP. Well, they agreed to it, and the distributor is ammoforsale.com. Okay, that's a website, ammoforsale.com. And they're going to, in fact, it's in transit right now. It's due to be delivered tomorrow. I checked on the tracking with the UPS, so we didn't have it today. But so I got 1,000 rounds of ammo coming in to run through this gun or whatever we want. Free of charge. That's $300–400 worth of ammo, so we appreciate that. They're also going to run a little bit of promotion for Hickok 45. If you order anything from them, you go to their site and put in your order. It needs to be $150 or more. And they'll give you $10 discount, you know, if you're interested in that. You've got to put in Hickok 45 codes on anything. The promo code when you check out, we also get a couple of bucks for that, so, you know, that'll add a little bit to the ammo fund, I reckon. But anyway, it's got to be Hickok 45, and it's got to be capitalized, you know, H, and then Hickok 45, one word. Like, it's just the same way I write it, basically, unless I'm in a hurry and I don't capitalize the H. But as long as you capitalize the H on a promo code, you get $10 off if it's an order of 150 or more. And that is good right now as of through June the 1st. So let me know how it goes. You know, I don't have time to, of course, deal with questions or anything like that in terms of any kind of problems you might have. So if it doesn't work for you or something, you know, let them know. I mean, I'd like to know too, but barely can keep up with communications as it is. But hopefully that'll help you a little bit if they have anything that you're interested in. They're real easy to order from. I ordered, when they first started communicating with me, and I thought, well, maybe we'll work something out with them. I went ahead and just on the side secretly put in an order, and on Sunday, and it was here on Wednesday, you know, on my front porch. So that's pretty good. Everything went really smoothly. They're easy to order from. In fact, I put in another order last night on some 40 caliber. This is all just on my own, just kind of making sure they run smoothly, and it seems to be working too. It should be here, you know, Wednesday, I guess, this week. This is Monday. So anyway, all you have to do is go to their site, ammoforsale.com. We'll give you a look at it here, and make sure you put the promo code in if you have that much ammo you need to order. All right, but hopefully it'll help. So anyway, enough on that. But we'll give you a look. You might look on the computer here. That's why we have it open. Take a look, and I'll show you what you need to put in if you do place an order. It's pretty simple to use. Ammoforsale.com. Let's see, they got rimfire, shotgun, reloading stuff, ammo, handgun ammo. Let's say we're going to order some handgun ammo. There's various calibers. Say I want to order some 40, which I did just last night. Again, I'm trying to test them myself 2 and 3 times here. And say I want to just get some Blazer there, a box of that, or however many I want to get. Click add to cart. And of course you've gone through this process before. Most of you have ordered something online, I'm sure. And I just decide what quantity I want up there. And then now here's where you got to put in your correct code. Hickok 45, be sure you spell it right. And capitalize the H, and that's really all you have to know. Then you just go through the normal process of getting your address and all that right, and however you want to pay for it and all that sort of thing. So like I said, it's just $10 off for a $150 order. It's a one-time thing. I don't know if that'll help you a lot, but if it would, you know, jump in there. And if they have anything you can use and a price that looks reasonable to you. So that's pretty much how it goes. Just make sure you spell Hickok right, or you won't get the $10 off, and you capitalize the H. So I just thought I'd show you on screen, you know, how that works. And so let's go back and shoot a little bit more. All right, so as you can see, that's not too complicated. And again, you know, if that helps you fine. If not, you know, I understand. Remember, you got to get the name right, the promo code right. It expires, actually, it's June the 3rd. I think I said June 1st earlier. And what else? It's good for one order, okay, the $10 discount. So if you can find anything in there that, you know, you're looking for anyway, of course, that'd work out good for the price that you think is reasonable. That would work out for you. If not, you know, that's fine too. We're just really thankful that they are sending the $300-400 worth of ammo, and, you know, maybe there'll be more down the road. Since ammo doesn't grow on trees, we're really appreciative of that. So we're going to make good use of that 1,000 rounds of 45 ACP. So anyway, just wanted to make you aware of that in case it's something that you can or want to take advantage of. So let's take a couple more shots. I don't think I'm finished with this baby. All right, I've got to shoot something else. First though, let me put some ammunition in it. Now I think I mentioned I was having a lot of trouble at long range with it as I was trying it out here. I'm going to try again though, just for kicks, just to see if I've gotten any better feel for it here, shooting it a few more times. I'm just going to try those pigs up there on the top row, see if I can keep from shooting under them. Well, that rascal, that pig over there on the left is kind of like that turkey. He doesn't like to fall. Hit him again, I think. I'm going to go to the right one. There we go. Try that pig again. I guess I'm going to have to hit him on the ear to knock him over. Definitely can't knock him over shooting around his feet, trying to make him dance. Oh, I was going to say, I know I hit him then too. Woo! Gotta get the 45-70 out here. Okay, so I got another round here. So it's a little hard to shoot. Long range, like that's a reason not to buy a 4-inch handgun, right? Because you can't hit something at 70 or 80 yards with it as well as you'd like to. But you know me, it's kind of my, it's one of my measuring sticks. As to how well and how close I can get to the guys and gals over there on the hill. You know, those little piggies and turkeys. But it's not bad. Let's take another mag here close. It's not bad. That's what they're for. Here's some jacketed rounds. Try a couple of those. That's of course the intended purpose of a gun like this. And a little stiff trigger, the side issue. Other than that, you know, so far the thing seems okay. I need to start tracking the rounds we fired through it. That's how many I fired today. I don't know, 100. I don't know. Probably we fired a couple hundred or 250 or something through it, and she seems to work okay. Those are just some random brass, mostly you know, cast hand loads of mine, and the same for those jacketed rounds were hand loads on just a mixture of brass. So you know, so far no big problems. With a 1911, you know, you're just going to have a magazine with a weak spring. You're going to have a round, especially with a hand load, that you just don't, you don't know, maybe an old piece of brass. It's not like shooting a Glock or a SIG or an H&K, one of those guns with factory ammo. If you have a malfunction with one of those, it's like, okay, what's wrong here? You know, this gun doesn't do this. It's not supposed to, and it doesn't malfunction. You know, for the most part, those guns just don't. 1911's a little bit different. You know, as I've said before, everything has to be tweaked just right. Once you get everything right, they'll generally work. But then your magazine is one of the weakest links, and most people are shooting hand loads or cast bullets, and the strength of the spring seems to be a bigger issue with a 1911. Once your spring gets a little weak, particularly on the last round, you get some weird things happening sometimes. And of course the extractor has to be the right tension and all those sorts of things. So just more likely to have a little issue here and there with the 1911. But so far this baby's done okay. American Tactical, the ATI, and we're going to really run through its paces. Like I said, we've got 1,000 rounds of ammo coming, and we're going to shoot it some more. So that can't be all bad. Life is good.